Detious Bass. This video has been a long time coming. I'm sure everyone is dying to know, how does Detious make those grimy noises? It's not really a proper technique. It's just a method that I use every single time. I just do it a little bit differently every time. So let's just hop into it. I use Massive for every single one of my bass sounds. Now that I have Serum, I'll use that every now and then. So not every single one of my bass sounds is in Massive, but 90% of them are. So I'm going to show you a preset. Well, I'll show you my presets. These are all my presets that I've made, and I really just open one of these now and just edit it. They're basically my go-to presets when I just want a quick bass. But we're going to start from scratch. I can't hear my Massive. So this is just the initial preset. It's just a saw and a square in the center. So there's a couple parameters you should change in Massive and then save it, so you don't have to keep changing it every single time. For example, on the first oscillator tab on these tabs right here, you want to turn on the via gate, the restart via gate, or else the phases, I don't know music. The phases don't, when this isn't on, I'll show you an example. I'll turn on all oscillators, and I'll turn on this pitch cutoff so you can listen. So here I was really detuned. When you turn on the via gate, it will mesh those phases together, and then it just sounds like straight phasing. You hear it? Well, anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on this via gate, right? We're gonna change our mix to mix 1. I'm gonna put all these to mix 1. And then in the fourth envelope, the envelope is the envelope that's routed to the amp mod, which is basically just the volume. So we want to turn the attack down, and then the sustain and release, something like this. So the sustain is all the way up, the release is all the way down. And of course, it's not going to stay like this all the time. You know, I'll change it every now and then, but just for the sake of not having to do this every single time I open up Massive, we're just going to save it. I do the same thing for the EQs. I turn on the high shelf and a little bit of low, turn it down. I'm just going to save it like this. I click a new sound. I gotta do it again. I'm actually going to leave the mixes in the center. I'm sorry, I'll leave those there. Yeah. Then we'll save this as temp. So now, when we want to start out with the new clean sound, we'll just open temp and go from here. So, what wavetables are the best for making basses? I tend to lean towards the digital hybrid section, the ones usually at the bottom, so like Chrome, Magyar, AI, Silver, Scrapyard, and then I use a lot of these ones up here, the analog and electrics, so like Dirty Needle, Scream, Electric, some of the drives. One of my favorites is Frozen. My favorite wavetables are Frozen, AI, and Chrome. I'm not sure why. I just really like going to those ones. So we're going to start with those ones. We'll use Chrome. Chrome is one of my favorites because it has that wetness to it when it's really low. Something that's common with making basses with Massive is using one oscillator. Although that is, like, you can get really good sounds with just one oscillator going, I like to use all three. You know, max out your potential. So this isn't a very good sound. So we'll leave it that there. So we want to try and find wavetables that sound good in contrast with each other. We have this wet, kind of gritty wavetable, so I want to find something that kind of complements that. Oops. Every octave is 12 semitones. Ooh, that's cool. I'm not a big fan of the streaming basses. They're a little cliche. but we'll go with it for now. Then I think I want this one to be deep and loud. So we're gonna do a mag ear. Sounds like shit. That's okay. So once you're at this point, like, you could just use that as a bass, honestly. So like, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna throw in a MIDI. We're gonna do something really lazy. Place that on the sub bass. One thing you want to note is when you're making your bass synths, you know, you don't want any bass, any low end in your synths, because you want to save all of that for the sub bass. So we're gonna cut this out at like 125, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, because we don't want. Sounds like Dookie. All right, so let's play with it. Next thing I usually go to is the phase modulation. What we'll do is we're gonna start modulating all of this eventually. Sounds like shit. I'm just gonna roll with it. Sounds like Doogie, but I don't care. So now I'm gonna add one of the best filters I use, or one of my favorite filters for giving bass sounds a little bit of movement. It's using reject and double notch at the same time. So like, we'll put the reject on this one, then on mix 2 we'll put on the double notch. Now, if you've ever been confused on how to send mixes or filters to different mixes, it's pretty easy. You just want to have this in the center, and then have this knob over here on parallel. Because if it's on separation, hold on. You hear it, the difference when it's on parallel. You can hear the two filters are working together, kind of. But when it's on separation, like, I don't know, I just don't like it. I want to turn the restart off, but I don't think I can. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's a lock-in. A wild lock-in has appeared. I'm making a shitty bass, dude. I think I'm gonna put the low end back on this because it just sounds weird. Oh, turn off massive. Interesting. Chorus and Dimension Expander are my definitely go-to effects. I rarely use the okay. Rarely ever use these distortion effects. I usually use the sine shaper or the parabolic shaper. The parabolic shaper is the shit. I don't know what it is, but it's really nice. Yeah. So like, usually with like respaces, I'll use the distortion effects here, but they're just so like, I don't know. It just reminds me of bit crushing. Like, all it sounds like is bit crushing to me. And bit crushing is lame. So I'm gonna give this some more voices, up to 4, and I'm gonna turn this shit down because it's gonna be loud. I don't like this bass, but we're just gonna roll with it. More movement. Probably a little longer than an hour, hopefully. I might get really distracted though. That sounds cool. Yay! So, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have LFO 5 has the 12th stepper on it, and then the 6 LFO is just a down saw with half bar ratio, and I'm just throwing them around on different parameters to make this sound a little bit less like shit. I like that a lot. Alright, we're going to stick with this because I like it. So I'm just going to drag this all the way out. Looks like I'm in E. E is a good note to be in. E is pretty typical for dubstep. So next what we want to do is throw in the spectrum and see where our frequencies are hitting. So notice what I was saying about the bass frequencies in your synths. Look at the ranges all the way below 100. There's a lot of low end. But we're anything but done. So, I got the shitty EQ. If you're using Ableton, just go ahead and throw one of these gentle squeezes on here because it's fucking baller. Turn this shit down. Okay, so now we're gonna add some distortion. Distortion. If you don't have WoW filter, fucking get it because, you know, it's must have. That's about it. WoW filter just adds kind of vowel aspects to sounds. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure how it works, but do we know anything works, really? We're gonna put this on 1/4, 1/4. No, let's do 1/2. No, let's do 1/4. So it literally, the vowel consonants are how it sounds. So like if you go from E to, I think that's a oo, it'll be like ew. Or let's do A and that one. So it's like AI. AI. It's not even doing it. Whatever. Alright, let's turn this down. Let's do 1/2 because it's just too fast. Wish there was like a W in here. Ooh-ah. Let's do ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. Alright, we're just going to leave that. And the last thing you want to, or I like to add, I don't do this for every bass, but I'm going to do it for this one, is add a vocoder. You're fucking out of control, dude. You need to go home. Lockin's drunk. So the vocoder in Ableton is actually pretty cool. It's, at first glance, when you're first using it, it doesn't seem anything like FL's vocoder or Vocodex. But if you turn it on, I actually learned this from doing one of my streams because this guy was in here and he told me how to do it. But if you go to external and then choose whichever whatever you want it sent through, so like we're gonna do massive, the one that it's right here. We'll get it a vocoder. So we're gonna max out the bands, we're gonna max out the range. So now what I'm gonna do, it's a lot of high end. We are not done. The best thing about making basses, or the best thing to make your bass sound louder and make it sound like there's more than there is fucking duplicate that shit. Oh, I deleted it. Oh my god. Duplicate it, and then you want to clear out the frequencies that are in this top bass. Make this red. Make this blue. So we want to clear out all the frequencies that are mostly in the red bass and have this blue bass be like, hey, fuck you, Kyle. Alright? So for this one, actually, let me test. I don't even know how loud it is. Hold on. Of this blue bass be like, hey, fuck you, Kyle. Okay. It can only be so loud. I have to like lean into the mic. So for this one, I'm gonna make it mostly mid-range, and then I'm gonna change the sound up a little bit so it sounds different. If it would fucking play. Sounds so much better with the vocoder. I can't tell if I actually like the vocoder or not. So now what I'm gonna do is, since I'm a man of change, and I'm not a fan of the same thing, we're gonna change this fucking LFO to a performer because it's boring. So to do that, click on LFO, change it to performer. With the performer, you can do a lot more than just with the basic LFO, because you can really control how the vibe will be, obviously. Okay. Damn it. Fuck. Damn it. I want to do the no. Why does it sound like that? There's so many fucking high frequencies in this. Flipping the LFO. I'm gonna delete this now. I'm gonna redo it. So I'm gonna delete this massive, duplicate this one because I'm too lazy to go through that process of changing the LFO. Then I'm just going to change this again. Notice, I'm really just doing random things. Shite. Cool. Just put down a little bass line real quick. Got my fat ass sub bass. This bass is cool. So another thing Locken brought up gave me an idea. Another thing you can do with your basses is if you don't want to use a proper sub bass, you can duplicate your one of your bass synths, and then just manipulate it and change it until it becomes a sub bass. So you have the same LFO parameters and whatnot, just a really fat sub. So we're gonna go ahead and try that. So since it's a sub bass, we want to still make it seem like it's a sub bass. So we need one voice. We need no modulation. Turn that on. Since sub basses are in mono, we don't want dimension expansion. We don't want chorus. We don't want high end. We want low end. Don't need that. Don't need these. So now let's find a fat sine. We obviously don't need this vocoder. There we go. The fuck? A trick with doing sub in massive is Chrome. So we'll actually use this real quick. So Chrome, if you turn the intensity down, I think you put it all the way to the left. Like it sounds really low right now. Or actually, hold on. I think you just bring it this way. No. Hold on. Can't hear anything. Is it that low or what? Oh, dumbass. I think that's a lot of sub. I can't tell. I want to get more body in here. It's not this one, it's this one. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna compare the sub bass in this. Yeah, so you see the sub bass is hitting hard at 38 hertz. Cool. So you see this. This is hitting at like it's peaking at like -17, -18, or damn. Never mind. That's peaking way high. I think this is louder. Another good thing with your bass shots, your bass synths, is to have a really quick delay or a quick reverb on it. I also need to sidechain compress this real quick. So I like to put my compressors before my... Where the fuck did it go? There it is. Before all my effects. So we don't crush them. Obviously we're going to do this to the kick and the snare. Wait. I'm dumb. You can just duplicate that. What the fuck? Okay. Click that and paste it there. Cool. It's hella fat. Alright, let's make another bass. So there's a quick... I usually don't make basses like this either. Cool. I have another set of basses like the one I just did. I'll show you what those ones sound like. It's literally the same exact process I just showed you. That's the reason why I did that one, because it was already here. But this group is 3 duplicated basses. Just like these. This one only has 2. Or no, it does have 3. It says 3 too. So let's play this one. So this one had a different pattern on it. I think I changed it actually. Yeah, so this one was a preset initially, but I fucked with it. Fuck, I deleted it. I keep doing that. Yeah, I don't like those that much. These are way cooler. So yeah, that's a bass. Not really sure what else to show you guys. We can just fuck around. It's always fun. Concentrate, Kyle. Concentrate. What presets of sound do I normally use? Do you mean in massive? My sounds for kicks and snares. For kicks, I use all my kicks are used from Black Octopus. You can look them up. You can get Monster Kicks Volume 1 for free. You can look that up too. And a lot of my samples are free sample packs that I just found around the internet, and I can't just tell you where I got them because I don't know where I got them. I just have them. But these ones in particular, yeah, these are from Leviathan, which is a sample pack from Black Octopus. And then these snares came with a fucking, what did I buy? I bought something and it came with it. I can't remember. Whatever. I bought something and it came with a bunch of snares and shit. So these ones came in this one came in a pack. This one was bought. This one's free. Not telling you where I got that though, because that's my snare. That's my favorite snare ever. I know. There's some, I'm gonna show you these snares that I got from this pack. Those are some of the best snares I've ever gotten in a sample pack before. Well, that's a bass. I'm gonna go work on some electro because I'm bored of this. So, if anyone watches this video later and you have questions, just message me on something. Any of my social media, I'll let you know. What do I do with this? I hate making chords sometimes. I'm gonna delete all of this shit. I have a MIDI keyboard. I'll show you it real quick. It's right there. I don't use it that often yet because I can't get it properly configured with Ableton yet. Not really sure why, but fucking hate these chords. They don't sound right. Nope. Nope. It's the sub bass. No, I started using this program called Mixcraft. It's really, really, really bad, but it got the job done, that's for sure. I started using Ableton like 5 years ago, probably exactly 5 years ago, and I'm still not a pro with it. I'm good at the things that I've learned. I haven't learned everything, but I'm good at what I know.